Hello everybody, welcome to my first rant video on YouTube. Today we're going to be ranting about the Supercross fans and how they disrespect a lot of guys in this Supercross sport. And I am talking about the privateers. Oh my goodness. I mean, they forget a lot about a lot of things, but I've been noticing things now. Like Supercross, when you go to a Supercross, it's way more crowded now. Like a lot of people know about it now, and I don't think the new fans of Supercross, I don't think they even know what a privateer in Supercross is, and it's really ridiculous. Come on, like bro, whenever I go to a Supercross, just jumping right into it here. Whenever I go to a Supercross, I basically walk by the factory guys and maybe say hello to one or two of them if I can, because they're really hard to talk to, and this is another point that I'll bring up later. Like, or just maybe get a poster or two to decorate my room, but other than that, I'm pretty much at the privateers tents the whole time. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate the factory guys, it's just the factory guys like Tomac, the Roxons, the, who else? Mooscans, Webbs. Well, Mooscan's not racing this year, but you get it. Those guys, I feel like they have to work for their factory rides, but once they have them, they have to keep them, obviously, but they're not paying thousands of dollars to travel everywhere. Well, maybe for flight tickets and everything, but I know some privateers that have to work on their bikes. Like, maybe they have someone helping them, but they pretty much have to work on their bikes. I know if you come down to Lake Elsinore for the Lake Elsinore Grand Prix, pretty much everyone's a privateer, and I like that about the Grand Prix. Even Josh Grant, when he showed up here, was a privateer, and I know a lot of you guys are like, what in the world is the Lake Elsinore Grand Prix? Look out in November, I'll have some videos about it. But like, yeah, I just feel like stop disrespecting the privateers, alright? They're out there too. And another thing that really I hate, not dislike, hate, is, remember when they introduced the Triple Crowns and they had their reasoning that when the LCQs were on, and very rarely do you see a factory dude in the LCQ, maybe once or twice, like if they have a bike problem or something, like you'll see him in the LCQ, maybe the fans of that rider make sure he gets in, but other than that, people, they tune out. Like literally I think not the official reason, but like the main reason that the Triple Crowns were introduced is because the TV ratings went down when the stars were not racing. That's ridiculous. If you're watching Supercross for just the Tomacs, Dungies, Mooscans, Webbs, Roxons, leave our sport, please. Just please leave our sport. The reason I like Supercross, it's cool dirt bike racing, and it's very hard. I know how hard it is, trust me. I've never rode a Supercross track, never will probably, but still, I know, even at the pump track, like a regular BMX pump track, I can't even get my mountain bike over some of those, and even if I was riding a BMX bike, it'd be really hard for me. Like, I know guys, but like, dude, and plus, the LCQs are most of the time better than the main events. Most of the time. Maybe you'll get one LCQ where like 5th place was back like 20 something seconds, but that's rare. That is so rare. Come on, just come on. Give some respect to the privateers, okay? Okay. That's not my only point in this video about the fans though. Not the soft thing, because I'm still working on that one. Trying to make sure I get everything in there. But the whole pit situation. Factory guys, they have their bikes behind the behind the banners. And yes, it's cool to look at them and go, yeah, they built that on their own. That's really cool. I really like that, how the factory dudes build, well, factory teams build their bikes up from parts. That's something I want to do here in the future. Maybe not on this channel, but in my free time, I would love to do that. But the privateers, if you're lucky, well, there's some privateers who are jerks about it. Yeah, there's probably a banner, but most of the out-of-the-van privateers, their bikes aren't behind a banner. You can actually get up close and personal with their bikes. Like, and bro, another thing on the privateers compared to the factory dudes, you try to go to talk to, I don't know, Eli Tomac or maybe even Roxon, they might not want to talk to you. Like, but the privateers will be willing to talk to you. You know why? Because they never get, like, they never get anyone coming over there. Like, when I'm there, I see close to 20 people in the privateer section, and I see everyone else in the factory guys section. Most of the time, the factory guys aren't even out of their trailers. Like, come on. And the privateer dudes are actually out of their trailers and actually having fun. Like, bro, this is getting ridiculous. Start giving the respect they deserve, alright? People, come on. And, I mean, you would, honestly, if I wanted to, I could just watch the privateers in the LCQ and be done for the night, cause yeah, it's cool to see the best in the world, but, and I play fantasy the only way, I bet you, if I wasn't playing the Rocky Mountain Fantasy SX, probably wouldn't be watching the main event ever, because I know they get handed everything. And another thing is, privateers struggle a lot. Like, if you ask a lot of the dudes, the LCQs are a great way to get TV time. Where the main events, nobody wants to watch them. Which, in Glendale 2019, I was recently watching the LCQ, the 450 LCQ from that. And too bad for the privateers, because Eli Tomac's in the LCQ, and we have actually an interesting battle going on for 4th. And no, because everyone wants to see Eli Tomac. Because he's in the LCQ leading over 10 seconds. Like, that's really fun. Like, let's just stick the camera in Tomac's face and not give the respect that the privateers deserve. My goodness. Like, come on. Supercross fans need to give respect. And I know I'm not the only person who thinks this. I know there's gonna be people commenting saying thank you for making this video, cause like, and you guys are great, you guys are awesome, because like, bro, it's not all about, like, yes, they're fun. Roxon, Tomac, Muscan when he's racing, Webb, they're all fun to watch. Those are good races, but really, come on. Look at some of the LCQ racing once in a while, and then you're gonna and then one really good one's gonna pop up here in a little bit, and the main event's gonna be like, I don't know, Eli Tomac Yaps or something, and it's super boring, and you're gonna come back to this video and realize I'm right. Like, seriously, the LCQs are better racing than the main events. Most of the time. There are rare times when the LCQs are boring, okay? And another thing, I was talking to my good friend Chris Howe the other year, last year actually, I think was it San Diego? And I was telling him, like, dude, when you made the main event in the Triple Crown the other week, I was like all happy, like jumping up and down, and he's like, thank you, man. Because these privateers don't have fans. Like, maybe they have their friends and their little fanboys on Instagram or whatever. But they're like struggling, like, that's probably why they talk to people, because they know that there's actually people out there who actually want to talk. And honestly, they'll be a little bit more honest than the factory guys. If you think about it, Eli Tomac, for example, just using him because he's the biggest dude in Supercross right now, he'll sugarcoat things and say, well, yeah, I had an okay race and really he finished first when, or like, let me think of an example of this. Like, they'll say it's racing, like, when there's a dirty move made, like, yeah, they'll be arguing. Like, for example, Blake Baggett, if you ask, well, actually, Blake Baggett's a little bit nicer. If you ask, Eli Tomac about the Barsha situation at Atlanta, because I'm making this video after Atlanta, good thing to go off of, he'd probably say it's racing, when in reality, he's actually really mad about that. And the privateers will be like honest. They'll be like, yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm so pissed off right now. It's actually funny. Like, I've never gotten this pissed for a video. Let me see. Let me try to think of a good comparison. Like, my point is the privateers are honest about things. They don't sugarcoat things. And they're probably the nicest guys you'll meet if you actually go talk to them in the pit. So, if you're going to a Supercross this weekend, or this year, or in the future, please visit the privateer. Just visit. Because they're there too. They're actually working hard too. And yeah, I know I made the other video today of me celebrating not making the main event. That's Colton Egg. I've never seen that dude make a main event. Josh Greco, I barely see Josh Greco making a main event. And you Eli Tomac fanboys and everything are probably going, who is this? Like, who are these people? Am I supposed to know these people? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you choose not to know them, that's your choice. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, you have to know these guys. Like, no, it's your choice. But still, just notice that they are there too racing. And they're out there too risking their lives. Okay? I'm done.